Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome to another video about this time about the VW Touareg R, which has recently been announced in the last few days. So I'll get straight into it really. So yeah, if you're not familiar with my channel, I'm a big VW fan. I own a drive a Golf R. Plenty of videos in the back catalogue on that one if you want to check those out. But recently announced has been the Touareg R. So essentially the flagship VW mighty SUV. Now has an R, and this is not an R line, this is a full fat, no messing around R, and it's really exciting. I think the initial sort of specs and understandings of it is quite cool. So straight off the bat, it's got a 3-litre turbocharged V6 petrol engine with 336 brake horsepower. So from that you probably think, yeah, that sounds okay, but you know, it's shifting around 2 tons worth of car. Yeah, that in a Golf R would sound quite tasty, but in a big SUV it's probably not. The great thing is, and this is really going to be interesting, and I'll talk a little bit more around how this will affect the Golf R, the Mk8 coming up, as I've mentioned plenty of videos of that in the past. But yeah, so it's got an additional hybrid element to the car, and this is really exciting because it means you don't have any sort of range anxiety, although you know it's not going to be like tremendously efficient just running off petrol power, but it's not going to be the worst in today's, you know, late February 2020. I think technology has kind of got there. But what that hybrid and that extra battery, that lithium ion battery produces, is an extra 130 brake horsepower. So you're actually up to nearly just under 460 brake horsepower. Now even if it does weigh 2 tons, which it will, that's plenty enough. That will certainly shift. There's no sort of announcement of how fast that's going to be to 0-60. Not that that massively matters in the real world. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's sort of 5.5 seconds, something like that, which is more than good enough. And because of the fact that it's got a little bit of hybrid performance, and the fact that it's obviously V6 petrol is no slouch, it actually has 516 pounds-feet of torque. So pulling power, towing weight, you know, it's the type of car that you can tow, 3.5 tons it can tow, as it says here. And it seems like VW have slightly redesigned what the R actually means in their range. With the Touareg, actually, it says it will do a tad under 30 miles realistic range. It's sort of in the mid-20s on just hybrid power alone, just on the eco mode. Which for some people might be enough for a commute. For others, it can certainly still be used in addition with the petrol engine to make sure you get to your destination. Now, I have heard a little bit more about this sort of hybrid petrol engine in a different car, in the BMW X5 45e. And if you want to check that video out, that was actually done on Harry's channel. It's called Harry's Garage. And that car actually does about just under 50 miles on hybrid power alone. So it sounds like, on the face of it, it's better than this VW Touareg. But it is interesting to see how that car worked in terms of actually just combining the two. You know, you put it into your sat-nav, your destination, and it will work out how much electric power it can use and to do the most efficient journey it possibly can. And I think combined with it all on one of his journeys, he's sort of got around 45 miles per gallon, which for a big 2-ton fast car is pretty good. And he doesn't drive that slow either. But moving back onto the Touareg R, that's what you're going to kind of get and what you kind of expect. And that's certainly the competition to it. Prices wise, you're certainly looking sort of 60,000 plus really. It's their flagship Touareg car. There's no getting away from that. And I've also heard words that they're slightly redesigning the R badge as well. VW definitely seems to be going through a bit of a transformation. They've changed the VW badge to make it look a little more flat and cleaner. So they're definitely really trying to move fast, and you know, credit to them. And that's a little bit of specs on this latest car, and I'll leave some links in the description, just a little bit of Top Gear and a few others who've talked about the Touareg R, just to get a little bit more information if you want to read through it yourself and see if it could well be the car for you. But last thing I kind of want to mention is how this is going to affect the VW Mk8, the Golf R. I obviously have my Mark 7 and I'm sort of thinking about maybe trading up in the future. And I think if it was to have a hybrid power, it would really increase its appeal for me, because at the moment all the other hot hatches, it's 300 brake horsepower, 4-wheel drive, 4-cylinder, 2-litre engines. That tends to be what they're all doing. Think M135i, think Mercedes A35, etc. Now, if it's essentially the new Mark 8 Golf R is essentially going to have the same 2-litre turbocharged engine as the Mark 7. So if they could stick a hybrid and stick some batteries in the boot, there's not that much space in there because it's taking up the 4-wheel drive anyway. That would be quite cool. And if there's rumours that could increase it by 30 brake horsepower, you could get a bit more range on electric. It could all work out for everyone. So I think this car actually spawns a bit more conversation in actually the Golf R. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, obviously, around the Touareg R, what you think about that car. But, I know a lot of you guys, a lot of my subscribers are into the Golf R. How do you think this will affect the Mark 8 Golf R? Do you think they will kind of use this technology? To me, I think it's a no-brainer that they will in the next Mark 8 Golf R, and how you kind of feel about that. But yeah, nice and quick video. Again, please give this a like and subscribe for more content. Really do appreciate the support. I think I'm nearly 800 subscribers now, so massive appreciation to that. And every like, every sort of subscription makes a big difference to sort of like a small YouTuber like myself, really. Just a normal guy, work 9 to 5, and I try to do videos in my spare time. But thanks so much for watching and your support. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please stay tuned for my channel for more content, generally around my VW Golf R, a little bit of fast forward, a little bit of Porsche content, and kind of latest news, the bits that interest me and hopefully interest you guys. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.